Now, today, this is the 100th video that I've made on YouTube, and we're gonna look at complex numbers, which is gonna be a little continuation from one of the videos I made. So we're gonna look at the number I, and I'm gonna tell you what the number I is. I is the square root of -1. That's what I is, because remember we never had square roots of minus numbers, because we didn't have a number that we could multiply by itself to make a negative number. So now I've got this new number, I. So let's do some examples finding some of these types of roots. We've got the square root of -4. That's going to be square root of -1 times the square root of 4. That's going to be I times 2, which is going to be 2I. Same first one. Square root of 16 is 4. Square root of -1 is I, 4I. Square root of 144 is 12. Square root of -1 is I, 12I. This one we can split this up into, let's say it was 20, that would be, and we know that that's 2 root 5. So this is going to be 2I root 5. Be careful with them problems. Let's rub some of this off now, so that we can solve a little equation, because this is the main thing I wanted to do. Oh no, let's do something, let's do these first, show you some operations of I, sorry. What we'll do is we'll add the i's and the numbers separately, just the same with normal algebra really. So we can put the i's in front, so we can say that's 7I plus 1. Because I've added these two together, -2 plus 3, that gives 1, and these are just simply multiply out the brackets, so let's do that over here. The slow way, just to be careful, and because we haven't done this before. First two here, 15I. Next two, let's say that's 9I squared. And we'll see what we can do with that later. -10 here, and a -6I. So notice how we know that if I is the square root of -1, then I squared must be 1. Must be -1. Because that's what a square root is. If I is the square root of -1, then we know that that must have the property I squared is equal to -1. So this now becomes, this is 15I minus 6I, that's 9I. So this now becomes -9 times -1, which is +9. So that's +9 minus 10 minus 1. Okay then, so one more quick thing I want to do is dividing. We'll multiply this by something called the complex conjugate, which is basically the thing that makes these i's cancel out the denominator. So notice that I can multiply like that. And I'm going to expand these brackets real quick here, just to make sure there's no running out of time. On the top here I'll get 7i plus 14, and that's a minus, that's I times I, so that's I squared, that's minus 3i squared. And last one here is going to be the plus 2 times the minus 3i, which is going to be minus 6i. And the bottom one here, we'll notice that this is the difference of two squares, kind of. That's 9i squared. That's a 21 3i and a minus 21 3i. So those cancel. At least they should do. So that's basically how we do that. I'm not going to continue it really any further because it's just a long problem. But hopefully you get the idea. But anyway, that's not really the important thing I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you. And we can solve equations where this thing here is less than 0. So we're going to use the quadratic formula, which you should remember is I'm basically putting the numbers in, so let's start. Minus 3 plus or minus square root. That was 5 because that's b. B's 5, so that's minus 5 there. So this is going to be 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times 2 over 2a, which is going to be 6. So then we can simplify this a bit and get 20 minus 24. And we've got the square root of a negative number, notice now. So what we do now is we can just say that's 2i. So our solutions is this. So x can be those are our two solutions of the equation, where I is the square root of minus 1. So that's not needed for your exam. Hopefully the dividing bit was clear, and I might have had the wrong complex conjugate, but anyway I'll do another video on that sometime. But the main thing I wanted to show you is just give you the definition of it and show you how we can use this to solve quadratic equations where this thing that we learned called the discriminant is less than 0. So this was my 100th video this year, and I'm gonna have about a week's break from now on, and next video should be coming up sometime early 2010.